Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another NuubCast, this post-Christmas edition of the NuubCast, where the Yule log has been burned, the Yuletide cheer has been distributed, and the Yule... I promised you guys some more Christmas casts last evening as I trounced the Cannon Rusher. And as I went to deliver on said promise, Fraps decided it no longer liked me and wanted to freeze after every 3 minutes. So I gave up trying to cast and just went through the remaining replays that I had in my inbox and sorted them. There's still a couple left that I need to watch that are they would just happen to be really long games, and like 55 minutes. That's going to be long, and those I'm going to fly through at like 8x, and if you send me a 55-minute game, some amazing things better happen, or I'm probably not going to cast it. Just FYI. Just had another player who is usually about 75% of the time very good about his replays. We just had a conversation about reps, and I just want to make sure that I didn't step on any toes or hurt any feelings in my recent cast when I was talking about replays and the quality of replays. I just want to reiterate that you know, I love the number of replays that I'm getting. So even if you're not sure if you are sending good stuff, please continue to send. I don't want to discourage anyone from sending in replays. That was not my intent in the least. It's your replays that make this channel possible, because who wants to watch me, a crappy silver player, play 2v2 or 1v1 and talk about my own games? That's pretty lame. I'd much rather talk about your games, because most of you, many of you, are a lot better than me, and I'd much rather talk about your games than my games. Anyway, I feel like I'm playing, and this is a ZvZ. Here on Blistering Sands. It's been so long since I've seen this game. I seem to remember that it was good, but it's been a long time since I watched it, and I don't remember at all the last time I've done a ZvZ. I've casted a ZvZ, as we have, let me introduce our players. We have Cthulhu, which is such a cool name. Surprised that he was able to get that. He's got his spawning pool and his roach warren down, a nice saturation, queen injecting solidly, getting a couple spines down for defense, and then treetop, a much later spawning pool. Doesn't look like he's got near the saturation as Cthulhu. Yeah, he's I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't know the Zerg no, they're about even. I don't know the Zerg matchup well enough to well, I don't know the Zerg race, I guess I should say it that way, well enough to know what a decent saturation at what food looks like. Like at 32 food as Protoss, probably have a few more probes than that number of drones, so I don't really know if that's a great saturation at this point in the game or not. But it looks like they're equal. They're equal in saturation at this point, which I suppose is good for this matchup. They both have 1 gas, and though where Cthulhu has opted for 2 spines, Treetop has not, and yet has gone for that early layer instead. I guess that's going to tell the story of the resource distribution here. We've got that 7 roach rush out here for Cthulhu, and just a few. We do have a spine out for Treetop. Not going to burrow in time to join in this fight, I don't think, although Treetop did to get more roaches out, and it looks like he's got the roach numbers now. Now with the spine, going to drive Cthulhu's roaches out of dodge. And now it looks like Treetop is going to give chase, and this little Zergling, now if he was going after this guy, he might get a kill. But nope, I think he saw it. Oh, there he goes. Maybe he'll get this one. Yeah, is he gonna get him? Yes, he does, and he pops a Zerg for fun. Treetop chasing him down. Gonna find this expansion and these 3 roaches. Which these guys, oh, they do not give chase. Gonna hang out in the middle and wait, and Treetop gonna take the opportunity and the advantage to get his expansion as well, and the second gas. Cthulhu also getting his second gas. Looks like these guys are pretty fairly matched, fairly evenly matched. Although Cthulhu is a little bit ahead as far as this particular build goes. But now, except of course that Treetop's got his lair already and able to get the burrow tech, while Cthulhu is just now morphing that lair. So Treetop is going to be ahead with his tech, and he's also getting the tunneling claws. So as soon as shortly after his burrow is finished, he's going to be able to burrow his roaches and move them underground, which is I don't think you see that enough in ZvZ, the burrowing tech. But I'm guessing we're going to see it here today. Things slowed down a wee bit as each Zerg player is getting their expansions up and running. We don't see a drone transfer from either player yet, which is a little bit on the surprising side. Hydra Den going down for Cthulhu, and and as we say, Treetop does the same thing. Wow, these guys must have watched the same pro to get their build from, because they are doing it just almost identically. The difference being the burrow tech from Treetop, from the red player. I'm really interested because we don't see anything. We just see the groove spines now going down for Cthulhu, and getting some hydras out. But apart from that, there really isn't. You do obviously, and the other obvious difference is the much better creep spread from Treetop than Cthulhu. And there goes the burrow, and these roaches are going to move in. There is 0 detection, even with the layer upgrade. We don't see any overseers as of yet, just hydras popping out here, and these roaches are going to move right in, and I'm sure you already know, you can see them in the Cthulhu cam. If you're careful, if you're paying attention, you can watch as these roaches burrow. Much harder to see on the creep, though, as you can tell now. We're going to go to everybody cam, and these roaches pop and do all kinds of damage, just going to completely wreck Cthulhu's base. All kinds of drones going down, not even attempting, Cthulhu not even attempting to cool off. Going to lose his pool, as we do see all these roaches and hydras slowly joining the fight. What else? The burrow. Very good use of burrow. Is there an overseer? Yeah, there is an overseer, so it looks like these roaches are going to go down. Though they do take a queen with them on their path to oblivion. And at quick inject, and I'm guessing these are all going to be drones. Yep. But we do have a lot of Zerglings here in the middle of the field as Cthulhu is looking to counter. One Hydra, a couple Roaches. Very good use of that Burrow Tech by Treetop. We're going to have another engagement here. Looks like with these Zerglings. Zerglings going to get us around. The Hydras. Hard to say at this point, but there are a few drones joining the battle, and wow, it's amazing what a few Lings in your Hydra Roach mix can do. Wow, that was very impressive by Treetop. A few Zerglings in the mix in that Hydra Roach mix really made a difference for that battle. It looked like Cthulhu really had the far greater numbers than Treetop, and yet was able to win that battle with just having a lot of Zerglings in the mix and just a few Roaches and just these 3 Hydras. Maybe half this number of Roaches, but these Hydras are going to push these numbers back. They're not going to be able to stand up, specifically now that the Zerglings are not in the game, so they're not going to be able to do what little tanking they could do. But now, again, another great use of Burrow. Going to be able to pop up, take a few guys out, and burrow again, although they're not burrowing again. I think that they would burrow, or at least burrow. Very underutilized technique in the lower levels of Zerg play is the burrow micro that works much like Blink does for Protoss, where as your lower health Roaches, as your Roaches get down in health, you can burrow them in the battle and then re-emerge them when they regenerate some of that health. Very useful bit of micro that I don't see used almost ever at lower levels of play. So you Silver and Goldies, definitely something to maybe work on in your ZvZ, and whenever you get to use those burrowed that Burrow Tech. Oh, these spines getting caught off, way out of position, moving to burrow elsewhere. It looks like Treetop's going to be able to take this easily now. Going to be demolishing this expansion, quickly taking out these drones and the rebuilt pool of Cthulhu. And it looks like that is going to be it. Cthulhu just not getting out anything. Not able to respond at all. Although he does have money and lots of larvae. I'm very surprised. He must just be AFK or something. No idea what's going on here. For Cthulhu, and the mutas being out for Treetop, didn't even notice that the spire went down. You can tell it's been a very long day, and a little on the sleepy side. As a matter of fact, right before I made this cast, I took a little snooze right in front of my computer, inadvertently, mind you. Just fell asleep right at my machine as I was getting ready to craft out a little bit. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed this replay, because it looks as though our Zerg player is AFK and only has this one little extractor left. And this is going to be it for him. There it is. A surprising ending to what seemed like it was going to be a pretty good game, but ended up being fairly one-sided by Treetop. Just goes to show what a little tech, little burrow, little tunneling claws can do for you in ZvZ. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Hope you had a great Christmas. Hope you had a wonderful day with your families. Keep climbing that ladder.